you. Shall I be the voice of God for 30 seconds? It should be in Italian-Scottish, shouldn't it? I think it should be. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tammy Bruce. I am your Master of Ceremonies tonight. Thank you. It is an honor and a pleasure. This will probably be that evening where you hear the least from me, which in and of itself is a miracle. So thank you for being here. How many Fox fans also in the audience? Yeah. Now, even I don't agree with everything on Fox, but that's the point. There's a variety of opinions. One thing we agree on, of course, is freedom. Let's get this evening started. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Independent Women's Forum Annual Awards Gala. I want to introduce to you a young woman who is going to take you to the national anthem. You can tell in this room there's no room for knees, but you're in for a real treat right now. Gracie Terzian. Ted Goya, jazz critic and author of The History of Jazz, calls her a genuine talent, and Icon magazine says she's a beguiling singer and modern song stylist with an astute sense of swing. Welcome her, please, for the national anthem, Gracie Terzian.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful. Beautifully done. So again, welcome everyone to the Independent Women's Forum's Annual Awards Gala. Yeah, the 25th anniversary of the Independent Women's Forum, everyone. 25 years, quarter of a century. And I want you to take a look at this room. I know we're focused on getting to our table and sitting in front of our plates and being with our friends. Look around this room, the 21st century, 2017. We have some magnificent people you're going to hear from tonight, but this is the room that makes the difference. It is sort of big, but not really gigantic, right? It's remarkable people who've committed to make a difference, and all the change that has happened in the world happens in rooms like this. It happens with people like you. So my thanks to you also as a feminist. As I was starting as the president of the National Organization for Women, I'm waiting for the boos, it didn't happen, thank goodness. The Independent Women's Forum also began. Now is defunct for the most part, and look at this room. For the conservative ideal, this is what has prevailed, but through the leadership of the Independent Women's Forum and Heather Higgins, who you're going to be hearing from this evening as well. We are here because this is a fight for personal freedom, for the country to get back on her feet. And as women, women lead revolutions. When human beings want change, they turn to women. And that is what we know as feminists, as conservatives, the conservative ideal is personal freedom is what matters. Economic freedom is what makes it possible. And when we have freedom in this country, the United States, along with the importance and the input of women and economic success, and women taking the lead, we make the difference. We save not only our families and ourselves, but we save the world as well. This is now the organization that is leading the way, and I'm honored to be standing here with you tonight. The Independent Women's Forum also, of course, it is about, there's a number of deserving honorees you're going to be hearing from tonight. Kellyanne Conway, of course, as you know, right here. Diane Hendricks and Mark Stein. The other significant thing that we've learned in this process is that unlike the defunct so-called feminist movement, we know men are our allies and are our partners in this fight. We know that families matter. We know that we can manage our lives with our families. We see a number of Conways right here this evening as well. A number of lovely young women right there. So it is about this fight for freedom. It is about 25 years of not just doing it, but winning. We like to win. Trying is nice. We like to win. We must win. Everything that came before us is at stake. The people who've given their lives and who have fought before us. It is now in our hands, and it is what makes the difference. We are also celebrating, of course, the 25 years of the IWF. It is about also limited government. And I know there's a lot of government people in this room. Let me guess, is there some government people with us who are our allies? Many of you understand that government is not the answer. More government is not the answer. Less government, smaller government, less spending gives the individual more freedom. That is the Independent Women's Forum. That is the understanding of what tonight means. 25 years, of course, of fighting for this takes a number of people. It is those of you who help fund this work, but also I want to introduce to you now a young woman who makes this organization possible, who makes all of your support translate into real success. Kicking off here, I'd like to introduce to you the president of the Independent Women's Forum. Carrie Lucas has been with the IWF since 2003. She must have been 12. I think she was 12. She has been a prolific voice on the myriad of issues that matter to all of us for the IWF's case for freedom. And I would like to hand it off now to Carrie Lucas, the president of the IWF.
Tammy, thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you all for coming here tonight. In 1991, during the fury surrounding the Clarence Thomas confirmation hearings, the media regularly turned to groups like NOW to speak for women. The media seemed to believe that women from such radical liberal groups perfectly reflected the views of the average American woman. But there were some women out there who knew that wasn't true. They knew there were a lot of women like them, who had different priorities. Women who want a federal government focused on its core mission of protecting the country and executing the laws. Women who want government to get out of the way of American innovators and workers so our economy can grow and everyone can have more opportunity. Women who know that healthy families and communities are the best safety net and that men and women are not competitors, but rather partners and allies. Women who know that all issues are women's issues. These women came together in 1992 to create the Independent Women's Forum. Now, 25 years later, IWF is still proudly working to fulfill their vision and give women who reject the left's radical victim mentality a home. Today, IWF is playing a leading role in expanding the freedom movement by reaching new audiences and offering our positive vision for women and the country. We're changing the conservative brand by showing people that we are the team with ideas that really do help women. We are the ones who are promoting reforms that will truly help people who are struggling to lead more flourishing lives. It's not the left, but those of us on the right who truly believe in women's equality. I'm so proud of the work that IWF is doing today, and I'd like to take a moment to recognize women who have contributed to building this organization over the years. Women like Ricky Silberman, Barbara Olson, Lynn Cheney, Anita Blair, Wendy Graham, Elaine Chao, Barbara Ladine, Cato Burns, Heather Higgins, Elizabeth Laurie, Laura Ingram, Grace Terzian, Carlin Bowman, Louise Oliver, Danielle Frum, Charlotte Hayes, Charmaine Yost, Christine Rosen, Nancy Fotenhauer, Mary Arnold, Christina Hoff Summers, Kim Dennis, Randy Kendrick, Nikki Neely, Diana Furchgott-Roth, Sally Sattel, Sabrina Schaefer, Midge Decter, Sally Pipes, and so many more. At IWF, we are so proud to be building on this legacy, and today IWF has the privilege of being the home to many of the leading conservative women thinkers, and our media presence continues to grow. We also collaborate with many friends across the freedom movement. I see many of those allies in the room tonight, and I sincerely thank you for your support of IWF over the years. Of course, now none of our work would be possible without our financial supporters, most notably the Diana Davis Spencer Foundation, the Bradley Foundation, the Sarah Scaife Foundation. Feel free to applaud, they're all worthy of it. There are also several foundations and individuals who wish to remain anonymous. And for members of the media here, that doesn't mean the Kochs. So all of whom we very much appreciate. And I'd also like to take a moment tonight to thank our generous Gala sponsors, particularly our platinum sponsors, including the Ariel Corporation, Lisa Gable and Annie Dickerson, Hendricks Holding Company, the J.P. Humphrey Foundation, Lewis Topper, the Walton Family Foundation, and Dick and Mary Beth Weiss. Finally, a big thank you to our wonderful board members who do so much for IWF. Yvonne Boyce, Giovanni Kugnaska, Nan Hayworth, Larry Kudlow, Adele Malpass, Abby Moffett, Miles Paulin, and Michael Long Wright for your tremendous dedication to IWF's work and success. And most especially, thank you to our chairman, Heather Higgins, for your exceptional wisdom, loyalty, and leadership. Now, IWF isn't just about outreach and making our case to the public, although that is a big part of what we do. We also are working closely with leaders here in Washington to help identify and craft positive policy reforms. And that's why we're thrilled that many of our allies have joined us in this room tonight, including friends from the White House, the Treasury Department, the Federal Reserve, SEC, EPA, and many others, HHS, and many others. Now, IWF is also privileged to work with conservative leaders on Capitol Hill, some of whom are here tonight. Members of Congress, if you can please stand when we say your names, we can recognize you. I'd appreciate it. Congressman Gary Palmer, Ken Buck, Claudia Tenney, Bill Flores, Keith Rothfuss, Ron DeSantis, John Faso, Mike Gallagher, Lee Zeldin, Warren Davis, Andy Barr, and Wagner, and I know Speaker Ryan is going to be joining us shortly, and we thank you all for coming and for your leadership and your support on Capitol Hill. So finally, before I let you get to your dinner, putting on a dinner like this is such a big undertaking, and I want to thank IWF's tremendous hardworking staff for all their work tonight, and particularly a big thank you to IWF's Executive Vice President Amber Schwartz and Ashley Carter for making this dinner possible. Woo! Now to close, I'd like to make a toast. If you would, please raise your champagne flutes and know that the flute is a gift for you to take with you home tonight. Cheers to our outstanding honorees, to all of you in this room, and to IWF's first 25 years. And here's to the next 25. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you. Please enjoy your dinner, and we'll have the program after.